5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Episode
Hello.
39.
Hi.
Woo, hello. You're not supposed to. It's supposed to be silent on 2 and 1, right, Ben? Right.
Well, I mean, we can go in and edit after. It's not like we're like a live studio audience or something. So
This is a family show. No, it's not. All right. So episode 39. Ron is not here. Unfortunately, he had to work.
yeah, his work schedule's getting in the way. Stupid work.
So we may have to change our recording day. We'll see, so that he can join us on a regular basis. And I don't know where he is with you guys, but he's all the way at the bottom for me. Who's that? Tim, why don't you introduce him?
Okay. Well, we have Benjamin Koll with us today.
Hello, guys.
Hello. Recording artist. Should I go ahead and share my screen and just do a few things from your Instagram? Okay. I've prepared a few.
Sure, why not? We'll do t-shirts later.
All right. All right. I'm sharing my screen.
Oh.
That's not what I wanted. Okay.
It worked.
So here's
there you go.
Yeah, your website.
Woo! That's some great eye makeup, Ben.
No makeup.
No makeup?
Oh,
No,
wow.
Come on.
not at all. I never use makeup because I have a very sensitive skin. I cannot use any product.
You're flawless then. You're perfect.
Well, I'll try.
So
I make an effort, you know.
You can't help it.
So your website. I won't get too much into it. We'll put the link in with on the info on YouTube. Your Instagram, which has some really great stuff on it. Just a few close-ups.
We just started with a random one. It just happened to show up.
Well,
Right.
no worries.
Right.
There you go.
Oh, wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Absolutely.
And
I wasn't going
was-
to, but now that you have a picture with your shirt off and a mask, I'm going to now. So you convinced me.
Okay, fine. So YouTube link, and you do actually, is it weekly that you do like a regular live YouTube thing?
Yeah, I try to be weekly on Saturdays or 12 p.m. here in Mexico. It's like 2 hours before Pacific time. And it's like I try like to keep the guys updated with what we are doing here at the studio every week. Okay. For example, this week I played the after movie of the concert we did last 12th of October. This week we will be recording 2 music videos, and next week, hopefully on Saturday, I'll play some of the footage of that shooting. And yes, it's our way. I started doing it because of the pandemic, and on the first, I think it was the 20th of March, I started doing it because a lot of friends got stranded at home and they felt lonely and they were writing, and I said, okay, let's go and start a daily broadcast. And I was doing it daily for 40 days until my health said, no, you need to stop and you need to do something weekly because you cannot be doing this every day.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and it's a huge responsibility. When people at that moment, people were we were a lot scared. We were scared, and we were in a situation that was new and difficult for many of us. And it was a huge responsibility for me because. For example, guys in Italy, they couldn't go out to the streets because the police would stop them. They couldn't even go to the pharmacy or whatever. So it was like, and since the 40th or so program, I've been doing it like weekly, and when I'm able to do it.
Nice.
So
About how many people do you typically have join you each week?
Well, it depends. Nowadays, it's on the very moment of when I'm live. There are like 50 or between 40 and 60 people coming on entry. But for example, you know, YouTube doesn't give you, since the pandemic, they have put a disclaimer. They don't measure well the number. So for example, this Saturday I end up and I had like 300 views, but it told me I had like 60 viewers at the same time. But there's a lot of people that watches the live broadcast later. So for example, today it's on 800 visits or so. So they all end up having around 1,500 or 2,000 visits, the live broadcast. The videos have much more visits, but it's a, and the good thing, you know, there are guys that have met on that broadcast, and that for example, Daniel and Steve, they are now a couple. They have moved together. Yes.
That's
and
great.
It's a beautiful story. They met on the chat.
You can add that to your resume.
No, I'm writing a song for them, you know, actually.
Oh,
Nice.
cute. Oh, cute.
That's pretty awesome.
Cute. That's so funny.
So,
now, go ahead, Tim.
no, I was just, do we want to play a few snippets of music, or do we just want to get into other things?
Well, why don't we talk about his past first?
Sure.
Okay.
And then come up.
Everybody
so
has a past.
a big, you've worked with some big names. You have producing credits and things. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, as I think Jeremy told you the last program, I had like a 20-year career on the big mainstream pop and dance scene. I've worked with Cher, with Santana, with Mike Oldfield, with TLC, Whitney Houston, Kylie Minogue, a lot of big, huge names, and I was remixing and producing things for them. And huge Spanish acts as well. But it was, you know, for me, I was like for me, it was like doing clothes, you know, like costume, haute couture. And that was it. At some point, I decided that I didn't want to do that anymore because it was really stressing and it was not giving me as a person. I was not that happy because I was not able to express myself and that. But it was a nice run. Yes.
Had it just sort of turned more into a job rather than a passion?
No, it's always been a passion with me, and I think that was the problem. I was too passionate, and I was doing a lot with not looking for compensation. And there comes a time when you ruin yourself like 3 times, end up penniless 3 times because I put so much on other artist projects that I said, this cannot be happening anymore. You have to think a little about yourself, you know, and use that passion on you. And that's it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What?
I've never made a dime on anything that I've done.
Then I'm a little, well, I'm very activist, you know. I'm very, I've been always trying to do my thing and to do my little apportation to in different aspects of my life, and that's not good for business. when you're that selfish, it's not good for business. But nowadays, I'm doing my thing, and at least I can say I'm happy. And here at home, we are recording every day, and it's nice. It's not like we are on yachts and living big life, but we are happy because we can do music.
And you said that you had moved to Mexico a few years ago.
Yes, I moved to Mexico in 2016. In 2017, I married my husband. He's Jose Spinning Cortez. He's a very renowned DJ here in Mexico, DJ and music producer.
Okay.
And we've been living together since then.
I have noticed he's done several remixes of some of your songs.
Yes.
As well.
Yes, I always do my thing, and afterwards he comes in the picture and reinvents it and gives it another flavor, and it's fun.
Now, was it
Cool.
a distinct decision to target the bear community, or are you
No.
just doing your thing and
No,
it happens to attract the bear community?
Yes, it's not the story. It's the other way around. I was too many years doing things for ladies, you know, like female artists, and to other artists that didn't have anything with me, with my actual life and personal life. And when I started, I just wanted to do music that was that told something to me, you know, that had to do with what my friends were looking like or doing, or what I wanted to. It's like that. It's the thing is, I cannot deny I'm a bear. So I do what I like nowadays. I don't. If I had a marketing plan about this, I would be signing with a big company and, you know, singing whatever. But I don't like that. I don't want to be mainstream. I want to do my thing. And if it happens to appeal to bears, well, it's normal because my friends are bears, and I try. And it's also, I think it's good to have some culture of our own, you know, to give back and have some identity of ours. No.
Awesome.
But it's like that. It's not something. As I'm telling you, I've been working in the mainstream for many years. If I wanted to keep commercial and be on MTV, I'd be doing another thing, or you know, I would never have done Tell Me Why, for example, the music video with Jeremy, we making out. That's a very risky move for any other artist, and I do it gladly because it's what we wanted to do, and it's the image we wanted to transmit, because we thought that was missing on our community, you know, something more of that. There are other artists doing their thing and giving their points of view, but we thought that precise point of view was missing.
Okay, I want to ask a question about your costumes. Or your are they custom made?
I design most of it myself, because, you know, in stores you cannot find clothes for big guys that nice. So the suits, the red suit and the tuxedo I'm wearing on the new album things, those are designed by me. But we do a lot of stuff like that. For example, this T-shirt, it's done by us. You know, it's we went to a store, to a place, to a printer, and gave them the design, and we do a lot of our own stuff, because if you
so that's your label, Berlin.
This is my husband's label, Berlin Records.
Okay.
And for example, with my clothes, it's like that. The two suits were designed by me. The overall, I found it on Amazon like 1 year ago or 2 years ago. I had it saved for this album, and I'm already designing a new suits for coming.
Then what do you do with the design?
Well, you know, well, you don't know, but I designed clothes for some of my female artists for the music videos.
There we go.
Their dresses, and I'm a very handy, you know, hands-on. I can do. But with my suits, what I've done is I've found a tailor company, and they gave them the design and what I want and all the specifications, and they sew it for me. I don't have to do the patterns or that. I could, but I don't have time for that.
Okay. So. Now I did notice. Yeah, it's the video you did with Jeremy is very sexual.
Yes. Well, in fact, the original version, the version we shot, in fact, it was more explicit, and it was more sexual than the actual version you can find now on YouTube. After
really.
Yes, after we filmed the music video, I realized I wasn't going to be able to play that on YouTube. They were, well, in fact, I've been having troubles since day one with Tell Me Why. They have tried to take it down many times. And yes, but we shot the actual video was a video about you know, I was, maybe this sounds a little, I was tired of seeing bears in poor environments, and I wanted to show a bear in a nice place, you know, clean and sexy and luxurious. And we also wanted to send a message of safety, of using condoms, you know, that using condoms is still something that you have to do.
Mm.
And the video is about that.
Wait, security. We have a security breach. Oh, it's Jeremy. Hey, Jeremy.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome back.
I'm back.
I texted him just an hour ago telling him I was going to be here.
Surprise.
And here I am like a bad case of crabs that won't go away.
Well, I was really interested. I wanted to see you guys talk at the same time about this video.
Well, I was telling them, Jeremy, about the real story of the video that no much people has had the opportunity to watch. It's a video about using condoms, and the money shot, it's a scene of he putting a condom on me. That's the big moment of the music video. That's not on the YouTube version. But
I suspected something was missing because Jeremy was talking about he spent about 30 minutes with your junk in his face, and I didn't see any of that. So, and I still had to do the disclaimer saying that I was 18 and over to get to see it on YouTube. So
yes, it's a shame that they are restricting this kind of video when there are beheadings and violence and everything.
Well, yeah. Right.
Other artists can, show a G-string with their cheeks hanging out and all that, and it's, well, that probably gets an 18+ too. I guess that's a bad example.
Well, right. But the thing is, I mean, it's the double standard, because if it was a male and a female under the same circumstances doing the same things, showing the same camera angles and everything,
that was the point. It
wouldn't.
I told Jeremy, I've grown well, our generation grew up having a lot of like music videos and movies about straight people making out and having their fantasies and that, and we don't have that. And we may have like muscular guys and pretty boys and that, but two gay men, old and big, and that
Harry.
Well, we are old, baby. We're not that young anymore. So,
well, let's show a little bit of the video just so people can see. Tim,
do we want to just play the whole thing and Jeremy and Ben can give sort of their commentary?
Oh. Let's see how that goes.
Or is that,
or better yet, do you have the
we'll see where it goes
that we can't see on YouTube? Can you play that?
The condom part. Everybody's going to want to see that.
Well, this is going onto YouTube, so
yeah, they will knock your video right the hell off if you include.
Yeah, that's why you don't put the naked stuff here, because you don't want to be punished.
Tim,
we're not ashamed of it.
Make sure the volume is low so we can hear them talk.
Yeah, here it is.
This one.
Yeah.
Well, the music video took 2 days to shoot. It was very hard. Very hard shooting was.
I can't hear anything, Tim.
Wow.
Turn that up a little bit.
Is not.
Yeah, tell me when to stop.
The place it's a beautiful house in Ajijic. We rented the house. It's like a Florentian villa.
Hold on just a second. Hey, Vito, we don't, it's playing. Don't worry about it. I'll help you edit it in later if we have to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's true. I can add it back. I can add it in. Okay.
And I remember you guys talking with Jeremy about this scene where I was looking like, and it was a very fun, setup, because I told Jeremy, you don't mind me. I'll be looking at the camera and you. And
wow.
Yeah,
it was so pretty there, and we were like, oh my God, it's so beautiful here, but it's so humid and it's warm.
Yes, we were dying, the clothes and this scene, we had a kiss, and it was our actual first kiss together.
Yes.
And my husband was like, repeat. Yeah. It's like 50 times. We end up drunk because we drank a bottle of this
We were so thirsty. We were
Oh.
literally dying of thirst. Like I'm like, okay, give me another.
Another one. Look down.
Whoa.
And it was like
Oh my.
50 takes, you know? It was really something.
Well, yeah, that's
Tim,
what I
Tim,
said
pretend
before.
you're his
Just
husband and play that again.
the look in your eyes, like this,
Yeah.
the whole entire time, you're like, I'm gonna get you.
Mhm.
It was
And this also was a shot. It was not a one shot. It was like 8 takes, 8 different takes. Jeremy had to dress and undress, and I was laughing, and it was really fun.
It was. I never realized how much work it to make a video. It looks like fun. It was fun. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, oh my god, I got to put my clothes back and do this and try to remember what I did with my body and try to put it in the same place. And
Yeah, it was.
by that time that shirt had been sweaty. It had been on the floor, and I felt bad throwing it in Juan's face.
So
how many times did you throw it in his face? Different takes.
Oh my god!
Maybe
I say that
Then
that bed doesn't look like it was made to hold 2 bears.
Wow.
So Jeremy, did you sell that shirt on eBay?
No, I have that shirt actually.
I love how the Speedo twinkles.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's one of my favorites too.
It twinkles like a twinkle in your eye. It's a
the
twinkle.
twinkle was painted on painted.
Yeah, you did a great job with this, with the starburst effect on it, man. That was really cool.
Yeah, it was nice. And this was really painful. I was dying of. Well, this was also very fun because the water was cold. The heater broke on the house,
Oh,
and we had to do this on cold water. And
Oh,
we were like,
you're ruining the
Not one
magic.
thing, it's the other.
This is
And
what
this is
I
the-
wanted you to do, but you're ruining the magic. No,
this is the next day.
Listen, there were boners aplenty happening all the time, cold or not. There was plenty of excitement, and it was really fun. It was like one of those things where we're gonna laugh about this later. In the moment, yeah, it's weird sitting in 3 inches of cold water, but we're making art.
we're making art.
And
Well,
that
this
water
was-
in the pool was kind of chilly too. So.
I was dying here. Well, you can see the bloppers on the channel, and you'll see me like, oh my god, this is too
Oh,
was
you have a
joking with
blooper
him.
reel
I
that you
said-
put up too?
Yeah, we did put out. He made 2 videos that have outtakes, so you can hear the stuff we were like actually saying to each other. Which they said doesn't matter what you say, just your lips will be moving, and it'll be there will be no sound during the video. So
and it's all feels. It's all.
it's all like you're such a slut and you're a whore, and I was making fun of this album.
This
I'm like,
fool is
your
full of
music
cum and-
sucks. No one's gonna buy this album.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was terrible. What do we
But I
have?
got him to laugh with that, and so it's like it was really nice to have that opportunity to come together and work really hard on something that
Oh,
a lot to us.
sorry.
It was really fun, and it was a great experience because we got to know each other during that shooting, and I think we'll be friends forever because of that, because we had so much fun.
Although he doesn't want me coming anywhere near him with a condom ever again.
No, we take tests, and we can do it
Can I
without
tell them what happened?
Yes.
So like I'm not really super used to using condoms a lot. So I putting it on someone else is not something that I have a lot of experience with. And so like I was like pulling it way out and then kind of letting it snap back.
Oh! Ow!
Yes,
And it happened like that more than once. Because I'm
That
like
was-
trying
I
to make
was-
sure.
that's what I was saying. It was a painful experience.
Now let me clear this up. There is actual video of you doing this.
Yes.
Yes.
Is this
And it's
publicly accessible?
No.
No.
And it's done in a musical way, It looks great on video. But it's not
In
available.
order to post that kind of thing, Juan's idea, and I agree with this, was to save it for something special, like a live performance or something where it would not be received or censored in any way. If otherwise, we'd have to go with like XTube or something, and that just wasn't a route that he wanted to go with putting music videos up there, because nobody goes to XTube for music videos.
And I don't want the clip to end up, you know, in any website as it is happening with Tell Me Why as it is. It's ending up with another sound and, you know, like out of context. So no,
Oh,
I'm not.
yeah, we don't want
I
that.
don't want that to happen. And it happens a lot also with the Two Men Kiss video. I have a couple of friends kissing, and that video, every now and then I had to take it down from another channel on YouTube that has taken the image and put any other thing on top of it.
Okay.
And
It'd
that's
be one
a-
thing if they put good music to it, but most of the time it's like, I don't know, it's just not good.
No, but it's not.
They didn't add anything to it.
That's it. That's the point. So, but it was a nice experience, and it taught me a lot about our bear community. You know, the Tell Me Why video. It has taught me a lot about how bears need culture of their own, and how to make more things happen or not. Because on the other hand, we also have seen some backlash that we didn't like, you know, that taken out of context thing. And that is making me think harder to find ways of making things that are more up to the point and more useful for the community. But it was a great experience. It's nice. And we did also Beautiful Nothing. That's a very uplifting video where Jeremy dances. And
Yes.
And actually, Juan is so collaborative with me that he allowed me to come up with the idea and write a treatment for that video. So what happens in that video basically was my basic idea, and then he took that and built on it to create the special effects that happen in it and stuff, and did things that I never would have even been able to come up with.
If you read the Jeremy's treatment, what he says, the hand reaching out of the book and everything, it's put on the screen, and it's a beautiful video.
Yeah, it's neat. So
and that was a fun day too. It was like, you know, who doesn't want to spend all day hanging out by the pool and, you know, eating food and drinking beer and having some fun and jumping in and getting.
We had a guy doing tacos for all the guys. We hired a guy, a cook.
Craft food service.
Yes, and he was like doing tacos and refreshments, natural refreshments, and it was a beautiful pool, and it was a really fine day.
Nice. It was really, really a lot of fun. So that's why. But the thing about it is that it's very taxing to make a video. And this is something I didn't realize until I started working with Juan very closely, that it takes a lot of energy to get through that in a short period of time. And especially if you are on a short timetable like I was, I'm only going to be in Mexico for X number of days. We have to figure out how to fit that in on top of other things that were going on. Like they had gotten me a chance to dance at a club date that Martin was playing at the night before at this club. So it was like, go dance all night there, and then we get done at the club at like 3 or 4 in the morning, and then come back and get up and 10 o'clock the next morning and go shoot another video. It's like, now we know, we're like, we'll put a day in between.
Yeah, we are not that young anymore.
Yeah, it looks glamorous on the outside, but it's work.
It's right? A lot of work. It's a lot of work. But I really love the way that it turns out. And I have honestly, like, people make comments and people say stuff. The vast majority of people really enjoy it and they love it, and they like seeing.
I'm very happy with the outcome of. I think people has been very generous and very. I'm really happy and creating. I'm very motivated to keep creating things because the community is very. The response is very nice, and I don't. I had much more hate, working with other artists than at this time. Luckily, we haven't had any, like big dramas or anything. The only big drama is YouTube. That's it.
So Benjamin, what do you have coming up next?
Well, I'm working on 2 videos that I'll be shooting tomorrow and on Tuesday. It's going to be a tight schedule again, but it's planned. It's everything is, because I don't want to happen with, the last video I did, All Systems Go, it took me 4 months to do the special effects. So this time it's all more on page, so it will be faster.
So
I have
these
that. Yes.
these new videos that you're doing, it's all songs from All Systems Go.
It's one is "You Are on My Mind." It's the second song of the album. It's like a soulful song, and the video is going to be kind of minimalistic. That's the idea, and kind of elegant, like mimicking the tuxedo image without the shirt, but putting that on video. And yes, it's going to be sexy, but that's one thing I've learned. If everything that I'm doing that it's for the general public now, I'm keeping it sexy but not explicit, because I don't want more trouble with YouTube. The explicit things are going to Patreon, so people are able to enjoy it there.
And there's a lot of great stuff on Patreon.
Yes.
I highly
So-
recommend you guys sign up, because it's really, you get, not only do you get like really sexy material, but he is putting up like music that is really amazing and mashups that are awesome that you wouldn't get anywhere else. And just, it's really worth it, honestly, to help support people who are artists in this way. And I highly recommend that. I'm doing it myself. So.
Oh, okay. We have a
He's my-
Patreon account also.
He's my golden patron, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Well, and the other video it's a cover of Isaac Hayes' classic "Don't Let Go,"
Oh, nice.
and it's a nice. I've been working my mind around doing that cover or not, making it public or not, because I didn't want to feel it like appropriation or whatever. But I think I found a musical arrangement that it stands on its own, and I think we're going to do a visual proposal that's also different from. So it will. It's like the cover of on the Beach of Chris Ria's. If you know the original song, it's a very straight but we managed to turn it around and make it about us.
Cool. Very cool. I look forward to seeing that.
And with that, I'm gonna drop so you guys can continue chatting and stuff. So I will see you guys later. Thank you for letting me come on.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Good to see you, Jeremy.
Talk to you
We have to
later.
work on security, I think, for the podcast in the future.
Okay, bye-bye. Adios.
Bye. Thank you.
Love you. Bye.
Do we
Very
know any
sweet.
like sort of big,
we're muted.
bulky guys that could work as a bouncer?
Bouncer.
Know any big guys?
Zoom bouncer.
Yeah.
Can I see your ID, please?
All right, so
Speaking
Ben,
of
stay with us and become an element for the rest of the episode, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
So usually we talk about our T-shirts. We talked a little bit about yours, Benjamin. Why don't you give us a full view of it?
Well, it's a T-shirt we've done as a test. It's only, well, we have like 4 different models, and it's from Berlin Records. It's the label, the music label of that my husband runs, and it's a house and dance music oriented label.
Awesome.
So is the connection to Berlin the type of music, or is it an actual family connection?
No, it's because of the bear. You know, he's a
Okay.
bear lover too. So it was like the name was because of the bear, not the city or the German.
My T-shirt has a bear on it too,
Oh,
That's the logo for the.
and that's not a fleshlight.
Oh, stop.
I can
wind.
never unsee that now. Thank you.
It's wind. It's wind.
I'm going to hold my tongue.
Okay, mine is all of the important things in the universe. The home.
Where are
of-
you?
Oh, I'm
Oh,
flipped.
no,
Hold on. Let me flip this.
Oh,
back.
Gallifrey.
No, you're fine. You're
fine.
fine.
You look
don't have
good.
to flip it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're seeing it flipped.
Oh, okay. Vulcan, Gallifrey. You know, all the important planets in the solar system.
Cybertron.
Where's Uranus? Let's see Uranus.
Ugh.
There's no show for that, but I can
Turn
show you if
around.
you want.
We'll put that on Patreon.
There you go.
That was like what, a quarter moon.
What do you got on Wulf?
Anatomy of a Dragon, and I apologize, part of the shirt wore off down here in the wash.
Oh no, that's cute.
That
Thank
shouldn't
you.
happen. Bad silk screening.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Tim.
I think this is a repeat. Discord Records, just a independent record label out of Washington, D.C. They've been there since the early 80s and kind of the soundtrack to my life in many ways.
Awesome.
So I'm sensing a theme. Do you like records? Is that what's going on here?
What's a record?
CDs?
Yeah,
Eight-track
the
tapes.
records again. Let's see, Refused, My Bloody Valentine, Prince, Main Source, Operation Ivy, Beirut, Bad Religion, and John Coltrane.
You're really good at this reverse pointing thing. It's like you've got practice.
Yeah.
Presentations? There you go. Nice.
Oh my goodness.
All right, what we got, Clay?
All right, so, well, again, we need to work on security because now the time frame is all screwed up because that Jeremy guy got in here. But next up, we have current events, and I agree with Tim. Let's not make this too heavy, but let's talk about the just gut-wrenching events in the United States this last week.
Oh, Ruth
Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah, quite a powerhouse.
I mean, I knew she couldn't live forever, but hope against hope, just hang in there.
So
yeah, I think.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I think everybody was hoping that she would last beyond the election, but.
Yeah. I was in my car and I just screamed. And then I messaged Clay and I said, what did I say? I said, are you okay or something? And you said, gutted.
Did you hear that or something to that effect? Yeah.
And you said, gutted. Yeah. It's,
well, and Tim's was the first posting that I saw about it. And, he just said.
I can reenact that on mute.
Oh,
you're do that. I will. It was
your
I read
reaction?
that. Yeah, when I read it. Welcome for
and, we're laughing now, but literally, that was just. It was.
I think that was probably 90% of people's, reactions that wanted her to still be around.
Yeah, I did the Darth Vader thing. No.
I was in the car listening to NPR when that came out, and I was just like. And then I get messages from James saying, please do not look at the news or Twitter right now. It's like, a little bit too late.
I can't. Benjamin, this is like the shuttle blowing up for us. It's the weirdest thing that we're reacting this way.
So Benjamin, what is the perspective coming out of Mexico on what's going on in the United States, specifically around all this?
Well, have in mind, I'm a little isolated from Mexico as a society, and we are living on a house outside of the city and in lockdown for months. But I talk with a lot of friends from here and Spain and UK, and I worry a lot about, I love your country. I think it's a country with great values, and this guy has come and basically raped the country, and he has done a very awful thing to the basis of that system. And I hope that America will be able to recover from that in the future, but it will be a slow process, I think. Hopefully he will be voted out, but in the end, I try not to talk much about this because it's not my country and it's not my place to be, like making fun or making drama out of that, because it's not my country. But
you're directly affected by it. I mean, there was a great
yes, we are. We are
Canadians. What voice do Canadians have in the United States? Politics is because it affects everybody.
No, totally. When this guy won, it was one of the worst days of my last years. It was I was very angry and very sad, and it felt like Armageddon. Like, oh my God, this is going to be a shit show, because he has so much similarities with Hitler and with other crazy guys, and he has a very dangerous agenda. He thrives on fear, and he will be stronger if catastrophe happens. So yes, absolutely. But in the other hand, I have the utmost respect for the country and the people in the country, and that's why I'm being like, you know, I'm here. It's like I'm trying to be a good friend. I'm here for you, and I'll be doing my best. Please get over that, and we'll be around to take care of you.
Well, there's hope. You know, Wulf is in Portland, and the what are the Angry Boys or the Petty Boys? What is their group called?
Proud Boys.
The Proud
They're
Boys.
called the
They're so
Proud
proud.
Boys. Yes.
So they're supposed to have this huge rally, and what, 200 people showed up?
It was like about 800. They were expecting 2,000. There was a counter protest, but that was centered at another park about 3 miles south of where the Proud Boys were. And that one had a lot more people. So that's a small silver lining there.
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping, I was talking yesterday with a friend. Well, I have many friends there in the States, and I'm talking with them every day, and I'm hoping for the best. Hopefully.
Thank you.
Well, we are too, and we're in the thick of it, and it's crazy.
Hopefully we'll be celebrating, you know, come, you know, the end of the year.
Hopefully. I really hope so. You know, it would be something good out of this year, this shitty year that has changed our lives. Maybe this year ends up on a positive note with that guy away and awaiting for trial, you know?
Yeah.
But, and just a shout out to Wulf State. You know, Oregon was the first state to go to all mail-in voting. And California followed suit. You know, so everybody that's a registered voter in California is going to get a mail-in ballot. You turn it in person if you want to, a lot of different ways. You know, the 2016, they estimated 110 million people didn't vote. So hopefully that number will decrease and people will get out and vote. And that's what we need to hear. Also,
Absolutely.
I really hope so.
It's nothing's going to change if everything just stays the same. So here we go.
Right.
Well, you know, part of the current events obviously is the pandemic, and you know, it's been 6 months since the nation started shutting down. You know, officially here in the Bay Area were the first shutdowns, and it's been very sobering to think back on what that's been like and a lot of our new realities. And the new push seems to be, how do we get businesses to survive this? You know, in other countries, the government has been paying people to stay home and offering subsidies and, you know, doing all these different things to help. And we don't have that here in the United States, unfortunately, right now. The $1,200, even if you manage to get it, was what, $6 a day, you know, or something. It's, you know, it's not survivable. So,
and they gave big money to
it's not happening here either.
okay.
Yeah. They gave the bulk of it to the corporations that didn't need it.
I mean, I have a friend that's living in New Zealand. Actually, she was a guest on the show, I think 8 years ago today, Kat Looper.
Kat, yeah.
Yeah, and so that popped up on my memories on Facebook. She was our first female and only female guest. And you know, even as an immigrant, you know, or actually what do you call it, resident alien, she was paid by the New Zealand government to stay home. And you know, can you imagine what would happen here if, you know, non-Americans got paid? And it's just, you know, we're in a different situation. So what's neat is that people are reaching out and trying to find ways to help. And you know, a lot of us are eating a lot of takeout, a lot more takeout than we were, and a lot of restaurants that weren't known for their takeout have been doing takeout and doing quite well. I know we have a Mexican restaurant that we go to every Thursday, and they're busier now than they were prior to the pandemic. Even with all the tables blocked off and everything, they're just working gangbusters.
Are they using paper or foam for their to-go stuff?
Well, it's a Mexican place, so it's most of the stuff is it's paper. Yeah, when you get the quesadilla, it's in a paper, so it's all compostable.
They're trying at least. You gotta, here in Utah and in Southern California, there was a lot of foam going on, but they're doing their best. I mean, just the volume of to-go materials needed just increased.
Yeah, I think California has different standards around that stuff than Utah does, though.
Could be.
You're not going to see too much foam around here.
And but that's a Northern California thing versus Southern California, because there are parts of Southern California that are very ecologically oriented, but that's not the rule.
Yeah.
So,
And the restaurants here, if they're able to, if they have the space, they've gone in their parking lots and expanded into the distance. But everybody here in Utah, I'm surprised, 98% is everybody's wearing a mask, and you get those holdouts. The
man walking with his wife, and the wife and kids are wearing masks, but the husband isn't. That sort of thing.
No, just whatever their group has decided not to wear a mask, even though there are signs everywhere in every business and everything to wear a mask. They are choosing not to, even though it says that the business requires it. But it's not a lot. I did a haunted maze last night in Salt Lake City, and first of all, it's open. They put things in place like spacing people out. They had a mask requirement, and they were enforcing it too.
Oh, good.
No masks. You have to have a mask if you come in. In the courtyard, there were people that didn't have masks, but people are kind of naturally separating, which kind of sucks because now there's no interaction between groups. We're missing the social aspect of things.
Right. It's better to wait. Better be safe than sorry. If we have to wait a year to be social again, well, bless that.
Yeah.
And they said that 1 out of 2 recent positive tests came from people that ate in indoor restaurants over the last month. So it's
really half of positive cases are from eating inside a restaurant.
They don't know if that's where they got it, but half the people that tested positive in the last month had been to an indoor restaurant specifically.
Right.
And so here we've got, in addition to the parking lots, they've got they're taking over parking spaces on the street. Some places they're closing down streets entirely, and moving dining out there. And we have the weather for it, and that's going to go away. I know in New York they just said they're going to okay indoor dining starting later this month at 25% capacity. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. What other methods have people noticed where people are trying to adapt to our current environment? So Benjamin, you were saying in Mexico that some of the discos and clubs are doing what now?
Yeah. For example, what I know is it's here in Guadalajara and some of Mexico City. In Mexico City, we were able to do a concert last September 12th. It was a drive-in concert, so
cool.
Lots of measures were taken, and it was admirable. I was like, wow, this is very well done, and it was very safe. The whole thing for the artists and for the public, because there was distance and each car, people could stand around their car, but there was like fences and there was a distance. And here in Guadalajara, things seem to be fine. I cannot say for sure because information here is very spare and very difficult to obtain. I have doctor friends that tell me that hospitals are not as busy as they were for a moment like 2 months ago. The good thing in Guadalajara, it's always hot. You see me with my fan. It's so most of the places are outdoors. They don't. They are they maybe have a shadow or something, but it's not like there are many places that are indoors. And then maybe because it's not that bad here, some clubs are opening this weekend, and by law they all can open next weekend. And in Mexico City it will happen in about a month. It's what they have said. What I've seen here, I have friends in Spain and many other countries that have passed away, sadly, and it's been a tragedy. But here in Guadalajara, we've only had 2 friends that got it, and it was very mild. It was not like something very strong. Maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a different mutation here or whatever, and things are going better, or maybe people did it right. In any case, we've been on lockdown since March. I still order online everything, food and whatever. I don't go out for anything, except my doctor appointments and little more things. We do everything at home. So that's what I can say about here. In Spain, the situation it's on the contrary very bad, and I have friends in Madrid that are very scared because the city is about to go in full lockdown in a few days.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
it's gotten a lot worse there, and Italy again.
In any case, I think we have
France too.
to be responsible.
UK too.
I think we have to be responsible because in the end, this is a safety matter and a health issue that could go sideways in very, could mutate and be worse.
Yeah. I think it already went sideways, though.
No,
We've
but
already
it-
crossed that bridge.
It could be worse, It
So,
could be.
so Benjamin, you had mentioned that there were some clubs that have started offering food.
Oh yes, in Mexico, one of the things that happened, people needed to adapt. We, as artists, we needed to. My husband is a DJ. He hasn't been playing since March, so he had to do online events and that. And friends that have clubs in Mexico City, they turned the clubs into restaurants. And here, it happened also here in Guadalajara. Some of them became takeaway restaurants, and one of them has been doing masks since day one. The owner hired ladies to sew masks, and they have been doing masks since the first day. They have been working on that.
I counted my masks. I have like 10, 12 masks. Material. I got with a mustache on it. It's huge.
How about one for each mood?
Yeah.
So in addition to masks, there's some new stuff out there. You want to talk about this, Vito?
Sure. So we all in the bear community have a connection to the bars in San Francisco. I do. Let me share my screen here.
This is Bill's, by the way, because I'm not much of a drinker. I said, why didn't you get me one? He said, because you won't use it.
I've got one.
So the Lone
See what
Star
it says.
is doing something creative where if you go to their store, down at the bottom, they call it the Lone Star 500 Club. It's a lot of money, but $500, you get this.
No, $100.
What did I say?
You said
500 bucks.
Oh, $100 on the 500 Club. So they're looking for 500 people for the $100. I did it, and only because I really haven't been giving a lot to charity, and I really this is it's not charity. I guess it is. But to me, it's more personal. Just all the great memories I've had there. And,
It smells like leather.
Yeah.
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 So it's $100 for it, and what do you get? I have the thing here. I could read it. But.
Here's a creative, unique, new, and terrific way to support us during this time. Am I sharing my screen? No.
No, you don't have to. Well,
Okay.
Okay.
Just read it.
It was there.
Okay.
All right. Who's reading it? Am I or are you?
Okay, I'll read it. Become a member of the Lone Star 500 Club by purchasing a handmade key strap. Each key strap is individually numbered, and the limit is set at 500. When all this shit is over and we reopen, members of the 500 Club will receive free entry to Cupcake for a year. Apparently, they're associated with Cupcake. 2 free
it's there at the Lone Star.
Oh, okay. And a bunch of stuff we haven't even thought of yet. Oh, all right. I like that.
That's
Your
nice.
support is vital to us right now. We can't wait to show you our appreciation when we reopen. We love our customers, every fucking one of you, and together we will get through this. You can purchase your key strap on our website or at one of our upcoming sidewalk sales. There you go. Isn't that amazing?
And they're handmade by the owners, Bruce and Charlie.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Bill's is number 83. What's your number, Tim?
183.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
Wow.
Is yours available, Vito? Are you?
no, I
283?
haven't gotten it yet.
Ah, okay.
Just did it this week.
And I just need to say, because this is what they sent with it.
Oh, cool.
Charlie has some really fucking beautiful handwriting. At least I'm assuming that's Charlie's handwriting.
There you go.
That's really cool.
Shit and fucking comes up a lot. Bleep, 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 bleep.
Going to switch gears here real quick before we start to wrap up. Benjamin, you were talking about the drive-in show. Is that one that you performed at, or is it?
Yes, Mysteria. It's the one where I performed. I can send you the after movie. It's 4 minutes long. If you want to have it.
I saw it and I couldn't find it for the show. I apologize. I couldn't find it.
I'll send it to you. I'll send a link to you, Vito, afterwards.
Well, I can put it. I'll put it at the end of. I'll put it at the end as an extra.
That's awesome. It was a really beautiful concert. We had circus numbers like Cirque du Soleil. It was an astronaut flying. It was pretty nice.
It was amazing. It was even more choreographed than the Tesla battery event.
Well, we try to do good things, you know. We are very. We have the damnation of imperfectionists, so we try our best.
You know, when I was watching it, I was like, I could tell these guys are gay because just the attention to detail was so high. It was really beautiful, Ben. It was really great.
Yeah, my husband is very invested in giving experience, you know, to those who get to our events, and he did a great job organizing all that, and it was all the visual things, and it was awesome.
Right.
Yeah, it was done
was
really
the location an actual drive-in movie theater, or was it just
it was. It's a place called the Arena in Mexico. It's a huge place. It's where Ricky Martin performs, and the big presentations happen. But they have an outdoors drive-in theater, and that's the place.
Because there's an actual drive-in movie theater outside Sacramento that some of my friends from the Bay Area have gone to see movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw an ad for some of the stars of RuPaul's Drag Race are going to do a Halloween-themed drive-in drag.
Well,
so
it's
the drive-in drag show.
Yeah, it's the next thing. I think it's a safe thing to do. If the organization takes care, it's a safe thing to do, and it's a way of the show must go on, and artists need to work too. So I think it's great.
One of the things that I've seen that people are here are doing, just a completely different subject. Saw on Nextdoor people posting about trying to gauge interest for doing a trunk and treat. So it's like they're talking about in the high school in their parking lot, rather than people going around to people's houses. It's kind of like a tailgate party, but people like space out the cars, sit at the trunk, and just hand out candy that way.
Huh. Interesting.
Okay, that works.
I thought you said something else there for a second.
Trunk and treat? What do you think I said?
I misheard it.
Well, and one thing that may be happening in the near future, and this may just be a political ploy, is the for sale sign went up on the San Francisco Eagle recently, and so things may be changing. When we all get to go back, what will be there?
Right.
So many restaurants have closed, clubs have closed. And is this going to happen? Who knows? It could just be politics or strategy, but.
And they've fought so hard to try to keep that place open and keep it from being sold and everything. So
do you guys remember we did an interview with the new owners of the Eagle?
Oh yeah.
We had a challenge with the audio.
Mike and Alejandro.
Yeah, and one of them passed away, right?
Yeah, Mike passed. He passed like 2 or 3 weeks after my partner passed.
Yeah, so a lot of memories there too. Oh my goodness. Well, that I remember.
The ones that you don't, those are the ones that we want to hear about.
Probably.
I'm not going to say that you're old, but
Well, I'll say he's a whore.
Okay.
Hey, I don't charge.
So
What?
My back is itchy. I should scratch it. While I'm doing that, anybody have a back scratch they want to share?
Oh, back scratches. I want a back scratch. Ben, This was really fun. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much. I'm
Yeah.
backscratching you,
Oh.
you as well.
Oh, should we start doing some visual? That's
Yes.
right. We should do that.
Oh my God, it's a new T-shirt.
Grr.
Woof. Grr and shit.
Grr and shit.
Yeah.
Well, I want to
man.
backscratch my dear friend Jeremy because he's awesome and he's a light. You know, many people write me every day asking for him because he's such an inspiration for people everywhere in the world, and it's awesome what he does. And I also want to do
Sweetheart.
a backscratch for you all guys, because you are doing a great job, and it's nice to have a voice in our community talking about what we care about, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, it's great to have you join us. Yeah, and Jeremy popping in too.
Thank you so much.
That took a lot of setup to do. I'm glad it was a surprise.
Yeah.
No,
Shall I
it
go?
was because I text him. I was texting him earlier and telling him I'm going to be on with the guys and that.
That's cool.
He didn't blow it, did he? He
Surprise!
didn't say, "Oh, by the
No.
way, I'm going to be on too."
No, he
Nope.
told me he was on the road. He told me he was traveling with Tom back from a trip they did.
It was. They just got home. So
Okay,
All right.
Tim, your turn.
Okay. This is going to come out of left field. I want to thank Snoop Dogg.
all right.
Snoop Dogg was hawking some product on Facebook, and I was like, "Oh, what the hell? See what this is." It turns out it's vegan pork rinds,
How is that possible?
and it's not really pork. It's like a bunch of different like proteins and rice and stuff like that. But holy shit, they're good.
Oh wow. Okay.
So yeah, not disappointed there at all. So yeah, thanking Snoop Dogg. So, and of course, all of you guys, thank you so very much. Something to look forward to every couple weeks. I do want to thank my AIDS life cycle community because they just announced earlier this week that they've canceled AIDS life cycle for 2021.
Ouch.
So it's been a really big blow. I mean, that's my community. That's the people that I love and support, and vice versa. And to not have that to look forward to for a second year in a row is not fun. But we're going to make the best of it.
Did the screws in your shoulder start throbbing? No.
No, that's only when it gets cold.
Only when it gets cold. He had a terrible accident, Ben, and he's got like all biking accidents. Got like screws
my
everywhere.
There's
It's
the
crazy.
scar, but yeah,
Yeah.
there's a metal
Yeah.
plate and 12 screws in there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
I'm done.
Wolf, I know you've been talking a lot. Did you want to have any back scratches in addition to all the talking you've been doing?
Tried. I'd like to give a big back scratch to Ben and Jeremy for showing up again and making this a very memorable podcast.
Thank you.
Back scratch to my fellow elements, and a major back scratch to all those counter protesters in Portland yesterday. Thanks for fighting the big fight. We really appreciate it.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Well,
Cool.
last but not least, I am 3 days out from my 60th birthday.
What?
I thought you
My
were
ba-
49.
My birthday is on Thursday.
No
That's
way.
my birthday, October 1st.
Oh, wow.
Yes, October
Yes.
1st.
Oh wait.
Feliz cumpleaños!
Oh,
my God.
look at that!
Happy
Look at
birthday.
All right, yay!
Happy birthday.
What if your parents had
Años de
sex?
edad tiene usted, Benjamin?
Do you think your parents had sex the same day too?
Maybe
Cállate.
together they joined in Ibiza, you know, in a melee or.
Well, if you didn't know where babies come from.
My eyes! I can't unsee that.
Okay.
So, I really want to back scratch my partner Bill for putting up with me as I become a grumpy old man. Although, truth be told, sometimes he's grumpier. So,
You there?
Love you.
We're talking about you. Get in here. So, and all you guys too. I feel like I haven't been that participatory lately, and I've just been in a funk. I was gung ho at the beginning in March. Let's do this. Let's fight this, and then it all fell to shit. There he is. And
Yes.
here's my guy.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Hello.
Who didn't get me one of
Can-
these.
can
'cause
he
knows I
hear?
won't use it.
I don't think he can hear.
I'm not paying for what give you one of those.
Hi there.
Hello.
Did you realize Clay was this old when you started going out with her?
Hi guys, how you doing?
Good, Bill.
No, I couldn't.
Did
Oh,
you know I
Did
was
you
this
know that
old?
Clay was that old when you started going out with her?
Yeah. Grandma over here. Yeah.
Get off
Yeah, he's
my
like, why
lawn!
didn't you give me a leather strap? I'm like, really? Because you're gonna go to the Lone Star.
Hi. That's
What number are you guys?
I don't know my number yet.
Oh,
I'm 100 further along than you.
You're
I don't even know what I am.
you're 83.
Oh, I'm 83.
And Tim is 183.
That's why it's influence. That's I'll go buy one.
Well, I hope they go past 500 if they can.
They will. I bet you they will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of
It's the 500 Club.
Misteria. Siente el poder del sonido. Misteria.
visit us at bearelement.com.